The Palestinian Health Ministry says Israeli airstrikes struck multiple areas across Gaza. According to the ministry, hospitals in Gaza received the bodies of 70 Palestinians killed in the last 24 hours. The strikes also injured 189 others. The total death toll from the Israeli offensive since October 7, 2023, has now reached 54,677. While more than 125,530 Palestinians have been injured. The Palestinian Journalists Syndicate says Gaza is witnessing an unprecedented massacre. The syndicate head, Nasser Abu Bakr, said Israel's bombing of the Al-Ahli hospital killed several journalists. He added that Israeli forces have destroyed 115 media offices in Gaza since the start of the war, calling it the largest targeted attack on journalists in modern history. The World Food Programme warns of acute hunger among Gaza's children. Over 70,000 children in Gaza are now facing severe malnutrition. That's according to the World Food Programme. The agency warned that humanitarian aid remains critically insufficient in both quantity and type, adding that further escalation in the war could bring relief operations to a near halt. The Palestinian presidency says Israel's ongoing aggression will not bring stability. Presidential spokesperson Nabil Abu Radina said continued Israeli attacks on Gaza and settler violence in the West Bank are undermining regional security. He stressed that only an end to the daily massacres in Gaza and full Palestinian rights can bring lasting peace. Palestine's foreign ministry condemns rising settler attacks in the West Bank. The ministry called for an immediate international action to halt Israeli settlers' assaults on Palestinians and their homes. It urged the global community to pressure Israel to end unilateral steps, abide by UN resolutions, and comply with international legal orders. The Israeli occupation forces have launched wide-scale raids across the occupied West Bank. Troops arrested 22 Palestinians, including former detainees, during raids on several towns. Dozens more were subjected to field interrogations as part of what Palestinians say is a growing campaign of collective punishment. An Israeli official says the occupation army now controls 50% of Gaza. Citing Israel's so-called Operation Gideon's Chariots, the official told media that the army could reach 75% control within a month. Israeli forces recovered the bodies of 2 detainees during a Gaza operation. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed that the army and Shin Bet recovered the bodies of Gadi Higai and Judith Weinstein. The operation was conducted in central Gaza, but no further details were given.
A de facto Palestinian state. It's called Gaza.
Israel's finance minister reiterates commitment to detainees' recovery. Bezalel Smotrich has said the Israeli government remains fully committed to recovering all hostages and ensuring national security. His remarks followed the announcement of the retrieval of 2 Israeli bodies from Gaza.
The
United States has vetoed a UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. The draft resolution, backed by 14 out of 15 Security Council members, was blocked by the United States. It demanded an immediate ceasefire, the release of detainees, and unrestricted humanitarian aid to Gaza. China's envoy to the UN called the veto a blow to the people of Gaza, accusing Washington of blocking peace efforts and using its veto power to prolong the suffering of over 2 million civilians.
I'm sure I speak for all Guyana, Pakistan, Panama, the Republic of Korea /353. Please raise their hand.
A Palestinian diplomat urged countries to pressure Israel after the US veto at the UN.
If you send weapons to Israel, stop sending weapons to kill Palestinian children. If you did not recognize the state of Palestine, recognize the state of Palestine as an investment in the two-state solution and peace. And if you have relationship with settlements and settlers, stop them. Start squeezing those who are killing the Palestinian people.
Meanwhile, the UN says Israeli restrictions are crippling humanitarian aid deliveries into Gaza. The UN confirmed that fewer than 400 trucks have entered Gaza via Kerem Abu Salem since it reopened. Yesterday, only 50 of 130 approved trucks were all allowed through, mostly carrying flour. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric said fuel and other critical supplies are being denied entry. The UN warns its operations in Gaza could shut down entirely without urgent access to fuel.
We and our partners continue to send supplies to Kerem Shalom crossing, where Israeli authorities scan them before they can enter.
Now, in other news, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian have announced the importance of avoiding regional escalation. This came during a phone call where the two leaders highlighted the need to prevent military conflict that could threaten regional security and stability. The two leaders also exchanged Eid al-Adha greetings, wishing prosperity to both nations and the wider Muslim community.